Hello and welcome to another one of my reviews. I do apologise, it has been quite some time since any of my last reviews. I've had a very busy summer out in the camper van, been having a great time, and just a bit sad to see the summer go now and get the weather get a little bit colder, but we've still got a few more trips planned in the van, so you know, all is not lost. So I wanted to bring a review for you today for a product I was actually sent, and the company is called, or their website is, just get the information for you, CBD Oil Vape .co.uk, and the product I was sent came with a little tag. It's the 250 milligrams, 15 ml. In mixed fruit flavour. It says 100 milligrams mango, but it's actually 250 of mixed fruit. So here we go. So I'll just show you the product. It says Professor Green CBD cannabidiol e-liquid. As I said, that I got the little tag to say that was slightly different. It's produced in the UK. For adult use only, and it's from the website www.cbdoilvape.co.uk, and I will provide a link to that in the description. So yeah, I popped some in I just used my regular tank. It's a clear liquid, or sort of slightly cloudy clear liquid. It has a slight smell. It's got a little bit more of a taste if I sort of drop a little bit on me. The taste, I have to say, was very, very good. I've not actually bought a flavoured CBD liquid before, so this was a new one for me. I used it. I don't know what other sort of, CBDers are using. I know a lot of people, because obviously getting into vaping, and using like the pen vapes and the pre-fills and all the rest of it. I vape nicotine anyway, so I already had a reasonable setup. Basically my Cooper Mini 60 watt temperature control with my Triton on top. I think we were running 0.4 ohms and at 22 watts. Now sadly my vape was actually broke and the buttons won't adjust up or down, so I can't actually change the setting. I found that that it was just slightly higher wattage for what you'd want for this particular liquid, viscosity and all the rest of it. And at the end, you'd just a slight burnt taste at the end of each hit. And I said, I don't think that is down to the liquid. I think that is down to my equipment, or not working equipment, as the case may be. But anyway, let's talk about how it actually vaped. I said I would put some in my tank now. I should have actually set up some ready to show you, but you've seen what a vape does and what a vape looks like, so there's not much that I can show you that you haven't already kind of seen. So I'm just going to take a vape myself off my normal one. Excellent, right, we can begin. So I popped some of this, the 250 milligrams cannabidiol e-liquid in my tank, and I basically I vaped it over the course of a few days, and I used it as the main juice in my tank. So basically, every now and again I sort of switched in and out between, because obviously I needed my nicotine as well. If you are a nicotine vapor as well, then it's probably a really good idea to have two tanks set up so you can switch between them. So have one tank with your normal nicotine liquid in, and another one for your CBD, so you can switch between the two, no problems. Rather than myself, I said I'm on a bit of a tank shortage at the moment. Both my Milo 2 tanks are leaking, so I'm looking at probably getting a Cleto in the next week or so then I can have the dual setup, which I think will probably be quite helpful. So for those who may have not watched my videos before, I medicate for a chronic nerve pain condition called complex regional pain syndrome, which affects my whole right leg, bottom and hip and foot, and it causes me pretty severe nerve pain on a pretty constant basis. In the past I've been put on morphine, various opiates over the sort of 5 years that I've had this condition. epileptic medication, all kinds of things from patches to liquids, and never really found long-lasting pain relief. You know, things would work for a few weeks, a couple of months maybe, and then I wouldn't be getting any relief at all, you know. So at the start of this year, I basically decided I was going to try CBD. And at the same time, I decided I was going to come off my morphine, which I did in a very graduated way. Anyone who's thinking about coming off morphine, you do need to see your doctor and talk about it, or your pain specialist, before you even think about doing it. You know, I would completely go against the idea of having done it myself, and it was a very unpleasant experience. Do not come off cold turkey. It's not how you want to do it. You really don't want to do it that way. Anyway, so going back to it, so so I am now morphine free. I'm still on pregabalin, which is an epileptic medication, but we are working, since I'm getting good relief from CBD oil and e-liquid, coming down off the pregabalin and seeing how we get on with that. But anyway, so on to this. So yeah, I put some in my tank and I vaped it, you know, over the course of a few days, on and off. And the taste was very pleasant. The taste, it was very, very easy to vape. As I said, you know, after a few hits, it was getting a slight burnt taste, but I said I think that's because my wattage is set just a little bit too high. So if I bring the wattage down slightly, which I couldn't on my vape, you know, then, you know, so if I get another mod, I'll be very pleased to try it at a lower sort of wattage and see how it vapes there, and hopefully the taste will not be compromised in the slightest. So yeah, and it did what it said on the tin. Not a massive reduction in my pain, but I definitely felt a difference. I do feel that is probably because it's 250 milligrams, and if I'm, you know, vaping CBD normally, I would go for about 500 milligrams minimum. As I said, you know, I was sent this, you know, so again, thank you very much to the wonderful people at CBD Oils and Vape, you know, for sending me this their way, my way even. So yeah. So I feel, yeah, it's a pretty good product. I'm just going to look on the website and I can tell you how much, because they come in various strengths. So if I just go to, we need to go to CBD Vape Juice. They do have a pretty good selection here. So the cheapest one they do, these ones are for 50 ml. This particular one would, at 250 milligrams, would have cost £45. Which is a bit more than I have spent in the past, but you know, it's fair enough. And you are getting 15 ml, you know, which is pretty good, because that's going to last you just that little bit longer. They do right up to, they do a very strong one. I'm sure they go up to 1,000 milligrams. Just up to 500 on here. If you wanted 50 ml or 500 milligrams, you're looking at £120. But that is probably going to last you, depending how often you vape it, it's going to last you a fair while anyway, isn't it? So yeah, so from a price perspective, not the cheapest, but certainly not the most expensive, you know. The website's really quite professional, very easy to use, and they do have other products as well if you were looking to buy other things. I'll just show you. They do the pure CBD crystal, dried flower, they do some edibles, CBD oils, CBD spray, and they also do vape pens and accessories. So it's definitely a website to check out. As I said, I will leave a link in the description so you can head over to there and have a look for yourself. The only thing I would personally change is that, I don't know, a lot of people who maybe get into CBD maybe put off by, you know, sort of the labelling, because it does look, you know, without being disrespectful to anybody who smokes weed, it looks a bit weedy, doesn't it? Because it's got a guy with a test tube, you know, and, you know, a cannabis plant, and it's just a little bit, it's not suspicious, but some people, it might put some people off. Doesn't put me off, but I was thinking, you know, in terms of discretion and such a thing, some people may prefer a slightly more professional, professional's the right word, a slightly more discreet labelling, sort of, as it were. But you know, as I said, I took it with me to college one day, and I realised it was like in the net pocket of my bag, and I was like, oh shit. Someone might actually see that, so I put it in my bag out of the way, because I thought, don't want any, you know, CBD, you know, don't want any sort of unwanted questions, as it were. Anyway, so yeah, all in all, a good, brilliant product. Thank you very much for sending this product my way for me to review. I've really enjoyed reviewing it. this has turned into a rather long video, so I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Please like, follow for more videos of this nature and of many, many more. And until next time, see ya. Bye.